to life when you own a piece of the future, a place you can proudly call your own. And that dream is now within your reach. Ingenious Land and Properties Limited. Discover our projects, each offering you the opportunity to invest in your future. Piave Baraka Gardens, just 549,000 shillings. Miti Mingi Baraka Gardens, an incredible value at 349,000 shillings. Gilgil Langalanga Gardens, your dream home for only 349,999 shillings. Subukia Baraka Garden, secure your future for just 150,000 shillings. Sunrise Baraka Gardens at only 699,000 shillings. For more information and to reserve your spot, contact us on 0723 777 555. Visit www.ingeniouslandandproperties.com. Visit our offices in Nairobi at Unicity Mall Rooms 26 along Thika Road, Gilgil office next to Chawaka Supermarket, and Nakuru office CK Patel Building 8th floor Wing A. Ingenious Land and Properties Limited. Secure your future with us. Step into a brighter future at Better You School, conveniently located in Barnabas along the Nakuru-Nairobi Highway. We are ready to nurture young minds from playgroup to class 1, providing a foundation for a lifetime of learning in a serene Christian setting. Enroll in the ongoing intake and take a step into a world of discovery and growth.
Located just 400 meters off Ruby's petrol station on the way to Luna Hotel, we are at the Chosen Generation Church Barnabas Sanctuary. To secure your spot, call 0790-899-899 or visit us at the Chosen Generation Church Barnabas. Better You School, bettering your future.
Step into a world of beauty and elegance, where we bring you the latest and trendiest beauty products and equipment that cater to your every need. From luxurious skincare essentials infused with natural African ingredients to a wide array of makeup products that celebrate the diverse beauty of East Africa, we have it all. At East Africa Cosmetics, we understand that beauty comes from within. That's why we also offer a hand-picked selection of holistic wellness products to nourish your body and soul. With our state-of-the-art beauty equipment, you can now bring the salon experience to the comfort of your own home. Discover top-of-the-line hair dryers, beauty tools, and grooming essentials that will leave you looking and feeling your best. Whether you're a makeup enthusiast, a skincare devotee, or a salon professional, East Africa Cosmetics is here to support your beauty journey every step of the way. But wait, there's more. Our knowledgeable and friendly staff is always ready to assist you in finding the perfect products tailored to your unique style and preferences. So, why wait? Visit us today at Jala Plaza Nakuru, Gusii Road adjacent to Kenyatta Avenue on your way to Tidy's Hotel, or Carnation Building along Mosque Road opposite Showmut Plaza. Call us on 0721 340 643. Visit our social media platforms, East Africa Cosmetics. And let East Africa Cosmetics be your trusted partner in beauty and wellness. East Africa Cosmetics, where East Africa's beauty comes to life.
Are you passionate about media, communication, or learning sign language? Welcome to MAMLAKA School of Media and Sign Language, where we transform passion into profession. We offer comprehensive courses in Kenya Sign Language and Interpretation, ideal for anyone looking to bridge communication gap and make a difference in people's lives. Explore the exciting world of journalism and mass communication, or capture breathtaking moments through videography and photography. Our TV and film production courses will set you on the path to success. Master the art of live streaming and become a pro in radio production. We also nurture entrepreneurial minds with our entrepreneurship skills program. And for those eyeing international opportunities, we offer test of English as a foreign language. Enjoy flexible fee payment options tailored to fit your budget. Experience high-quality professional studies that equip you with essential skills. Benefit from attachment placements in reputable media houses, giving you real-world experience. Grow in an environment grounded in Christian values and a commitment to discipline, ensuring a well-rounded education. We are proudly hosted by MAMLAKA Television and Chosen Generation Church. Enroll today and step into your future. For more information, call, text or WhatsApp us at 0700 899 899.
Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality offers comprehensive education ranging from artisan levels to advanced diplomas. Our courses cover food and beverage production, catering and accommodation, pastry and baking, culinary arts, tour guiding and operation, tourism and business management, fashion and design from artisan level to higher diploma, sales and marketing, banking and finance, accountancy, business management, ICT, CPA courses, hairdressing and beauty therapy, cosmetology, electrical engineering and installation. We also provide short courses in public relations, event management and entrepreneurship, as well as language classes in Spanish, German, French, Chinese, and sign language and interpretation. Our accredited examining bodies include NEC, ICM, CASNEB, NITA, and KISM. Accommodation is available for out-of-town students. We offer full-time, part-time, and online classes. For more information, visit us on the 4th floor of Equity House, Nakuru. Contact us at 0727 424 698 or 0721 582 532 or email info@nakurucollege.ac.ke. You can also visit our website www.nakurucollege.ac.ke. Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality, defining a culture of professional excellence.
Owning land is the key to building generational wealth, and Danwood Properties is here to make it happen. Our reputation is built on transparency, integrity, reliability, and a commitment to your future. Following the successful sale of Motaita Gardens Phase 1 to 4, we introduce to you Motaita Gardens Phase 5, around 30 minutes drive from Nakuru CBD. We are offering 50 by 100 plots at just 450,000 Kenya shillings cash offer. Eastgate Estate or Greenstead, just 15 minutes from Nakuru CBD. We are connected by tarmac roads to ensure smooth access to Nakuru CBD and beyond. We are surrounded by top schools, hospitals and shopping centers, making it a prime location for families and investors. It gets even better. Start with just a 20% deposit and clear the balance in 6 months. Own land stress-free with a plan that works for you. And here's the best part. We offer free site visits every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. Invest with the best and secure your future today. Call us on 0757 111 333 or visit our website at www.danwoodpropertieslimited.co.ke or visit our offices at Wilma House, first floor, room number 113 along Kenyatta Avenue next to Family Bank, Nakuru. Danwood Properties, future investment today.
Dreams come to life when you own a piece of the future, a place you can proudly call your own. And that dream is now within your reach. Ingenious Land and Properties Limited. Discover our projects, each offering you the opportunity to invest in your future. Piave Baraka Gardens, just 549,000 shillings. Miti Mingi Baraka Gardens, an incredible value at 349,000 shillings. Gilgil Langalanga Gardens, your dream home for only 349,999 shillings. Subukia Baraka Garden, secure your future for just 150,000 shillings. Sunrise Baraka Gardens at only 699,000 shillings. For more information and to reserve your spot, contact us on 0723 777 555. Visit www.ingeniusland.
Naam, hujambo mtazamaji popote ulipo, karibu katika kipindi chetu. Leo ni siku ya Ijumaa, tarehe 2 mwezi wa 5. Tumeanza ama tumemaliza the first quarter of the year. Tumeelekea kwa ya pili. Natumai kwamba siku zinakuendelea ama zinakuendea vyema. Iwapo basi umeanza miradi tofauti tofauti, basi unazidi kung'oa nanga. Na bila shaka na kukaribisha katika kipindi hiki tuweze kuendana pamoja, tuangalie haswa ni yapi ambayo aliweza kujiri wiki hii, na haswa tutakuwa naangazia hapo jana sherehe ya leba ama siku ya wafanyakazi hapo jana. Tuweze kujua haswa viongozi walitoa semi zipi na ni yapi ambayo ama ni mabadiliko yapi ambayo aliweza kujitokeza haswa wakati ambapo tulikuwa tunasherehekea siku ya wafanyakazi. My name is Nyongesa Derek and this is Mamlaka Breakfast. Ni kipindi ambacho hukujia kila siku ya wiki kuanzia Jumatatu hadi siku ya Ijumaa mwendo wa saa 2 hadi saa 4. Masaa mawili ya burudani, kujifunza na pia kuweza kujielimisha yale ambayo yanatuhusu, na tuweze kuona ni vipi tutakuwa tunafanya mambo kiutofauti na kuweza kupata matunda kutokana na mazao yetu ambayo tuliweza kuyapanda. Tutakuwa naangazia habari kwenye gazeti la The Standard na pia vile vile gazeti la Daily Nation, na bila kusahau nitakuwa na kimbia hadi mtandaoni pale niangazia habari kwenye gazeti za kidijitali, gazeti la The Star, Business Daily, People's Daily na gazeti la Taifa Leo, tuweze kujua haswa ni yapi ambayo yameweza kuangazia pale. Na sitasahau kwa sababu hapo jana pia kulikuwepo na mechi za UEFA Europa League na Conference League, huku Chelsea wakipata ushindi. Chelsea wakaweza kupata ushindi, na pia timu ya Atletico ama Real Betis waliweza kupata ushindi wa mkondo wa kwanza wa nusu finali. Nazungumzia mechi za UEFA Conference League, Chelsea na Athletic ama Real Betis wakiweza kupata ushindi, na mechi za UEFA Europa League hapo jana Manchester United wakaweza kupata ushindi wa mabao 3-0 dhidi ya Athletic Bilbao, na pia Tottenham wakaweza kujipatia ushindi hapo jana na timu ya Frankfurt. Tutakuwa najaribu kuangazia tuweze kujua hasa mambo yalikuwa vipi, na pia mashabiki, na siku zote wanasema kwamba iwapo basi utamtakia mwenzako mema, hayo mema yatakuwa yanakufuata. Siku ya Jumatano, wakati ambapo nilikuwa namueleza mwenzangu Catalina kwamba nawatakia kila laheri angalau tuweze kuwaona kwenye finali, lakini akasema kwamba hayo hayawezi kutokea, na hayo mema ambayo niliweza kumtakia basi ameweza kurejea kwetu. Hapo jana Manchester United wakaweza kupata ushindi wa mabao 3-0. Ni mechi za nusu finali, mkondo wa kwanza na pia mkondo wa pili ama marudiano itakuwa inafanyika tena wiki ijayo, na ombi letu ni kwamba timu bora ziweze kupata ushindi, na hasa mimi kama shabiki wa Manchester United tuweze kupata ushindi na kuelekea katika finali za UEFA Europa League. Na mtazamaji, pia nikueleze kando na hayo ya sport, tutakuwa naangazia pia nikupatia nafasi ya kuwe kama mfanya biashara ujiendeleze katika biashara. Nitakuwa na kuhusisha na kanda ya East Africa Cosmetics na pia upande wa kuwekeza katika shamba. Nitakuwa na kuhusisha na kanda ya Dano the Properties ambao wanapatikana katika kaunti ya Nakuru. Na katika sekta ya elimu nikukumbushe kwamba usajili wa wanafunzi utakuwa unaendelea wiki ijayo tarehe 7 pale Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality, jinsi tulivyoelezwa hapo jana na Madam Principal ama mwalimu kuu wa taasisi hiyo, Madam Lucy Ben. Tulikuwa naye hapo jana. Nitakuwa najaribu kurejelea na kuelezea zaidi kuhusiana na taasisi hiyo, na pia upande wa pili Mamlaka School of Media and Sign Language, na mwisho kabisa Better You School. Ni kanda ambazo nitakuwa na kuhusisha nazo, na pia nikupatia nafasi ya kuweza kuwasiliana nami kupitia mitandao zetu za kijamii, on Facebook Mamlaka Television, on YouTube Mamlaka Television, na pia ukatumia nambari zetu za simu 0721899899, ama pia ukatumia nambari nyingine ya simu 0700899899. Na kwa wale ambao ungependa kuwasiliana nami moja kwa moja, unaweza kufanya hivyo kupitia ukurasa wangu wa Facebook Nyongesa Derek Official, ama pia ukatumia akaunti yangu ya Facebook Nyongesa Derek. Nitakuwa napata ujumbe wako na nitakuwa na usoma pale mtandaoni. Kwa sasa napojiandaa kukuletea habari hizi kwa undani zaidi, ningependa tuweze kuangazia our first advertisement, that is East Africa Cosmetics, kwa wale ambao ni wafanya biashara, haswa kwa wale ambao wanajihusisha katika kuuza bidhaa za mapambo, ama wewe ni mhudumu wa salon ama kinyozi na unajiuliza ni wapi ambapo utakuwa unapokea bidhaa hizi, ama kando na kuhudumu pale, huenda basi ukawa ni mmiliki wa maduka haya ambayo ninazungumzia na unajiuliza ni wapi utakuwa unapata bidhaa hizi. East Africa Cosmetics wanakupatia nafasi hiyo wewe kuweza kupokea bidhaa hizi kwa bei nafuu hata zaidi. Kwa mengi zaidi, ningependa tuweze kutazamia kanda ya East Africa Cosmetics.
Step into a world of beauty and elegance, where we bring you the latest and trendiest beauty products and equipment that cater to your every need. From luxurious skincare essentials infused with natural African ingredients to a wide array of makeup products that celebrate the diverse beauty of East Africa, we have it all. At East Africa Cosmetics, we understand that beauty comes from within. That's why we also offer a hand-picked selection of holistic wellness products to nourish your body and soul. With our state-of-the-art beauty equipment, You can now bring the salon experience to the comfort of your own home. Discover top-of-the-line hair dryers, beauty tools, and grooming essentials that will leave you looking and feeling your best. Whether you're a makeup enthusiast, a skincare devotee, or a salon professional, East Africa Cosmetics is here to support your beauty journey every step of the way. But wait, there's more. Our knowledgeable and friendly staff is always ready to assist you in finding the perfect products tailored to your unique style and preferences. So, why wait? Visit us today at Jala Plaza Nakuru, Gusii Road adjacent to Kenyatta Avenue on your way to Tidy's Hotel, or Carnation Building along Mosque Road opposite Showmut Plaza. Call us on 0721 340 643. Visit our social media platforms, East Africa Cosmetics. And let East Africa Cosmetics be your trusted partner in beauty and wellness. East Africa Cosmetics, where East Africa's beauty comes to life.
Naam, karibu tena mtazamaji. Hii imekuwa ni kanda ya East Africa Cosmetics ambayo inapatikana katika kaunti ya Nakuru, na yapo basi unajiuliza wanapatikana wapi. Ukiwa katikati ya jiji kuu la Nakuru, wanapatikana pale Jala Plaza ground floor. On your way to Tidy's Hotel ukitumia barabara ya Gusii adjacent to Kenyatta Avenue, wanapatikana pale Jala Plaza ground floor, na pia duka lingine linapatikana pale opposite Showmut Plaza next to Carnation Hotel. Na kwa wale pia ambao wangependa kuweza kubadilisha muonekano wao, unaweza kufika pale na kuweza kufanywa huduma za mapambo, manicure, pedicure and all other services related to beauty. Ni kwa kuweza kuchukua jukumu na kufika pale na kuweza kuangazia ni huduma zipi ambazo unaweza kuzipokea pale East Africa Cosmetics. That's all about East Africa Cosmetics. Your number one solution to all your beauty products. Now let's have a look at stories that are making headline on our news, or rather our digital newspapers. Ni katika gazeti la The Star nitakuwa naangazia habari kwa undani zaidi, tujue haswa ni yapi ambayo yameweza kuangaziwa pale. About sports, we have the story on page number 34 and number 35 of The Star. The story is on the top right hand corner, na tunaeleza kwamba the Kunduza, a legacy of athleticism and family rivalry. The story is on page number 34 and number 35, na bila shaka ni mchezo wa volleyball wa akina dada, na tunaeleza kwamba the Kunduza, a legacy of athleticism and family rivalry. The story is on page number 34 and number 35 of the Star newspaper. And another story on page number 2 and number 3. This is about siasa, and we are being told that 12 years down the line, is devolution a pain or a gain? Miaka 12 baada ya miaka 12, je, serikali za ugatuzi zimeleta mabadiliko ama umekuwepo pia na mapungufu yake? Ni swala ambalo linaulizwa, na bila shaka tutakuwa naangazia pia maoni yako. Yopo basi una maoni ambayo ungependa kuibua, unaweza kuwasiliana nasi kupitia mtandao zetu za kijamii tunapozungumzia kuhusu serikali za county ama serikali za ugatuzi. Na bila shaka unapata kwamba kuna yale ambayo tunaweza kujivunia, kwa sababu huduma ambazo tulikuwa tunazipokea katika serikali kuu, unapata kwamba hivi sasa ama wakati huu unaweza kuelekea katika afisi za county, serikali za county, na ukaweza kupata huduma. Si lazima kama vile pale mwanzoni ulikuwa unakimbia hadi ikulu ya rais pale Nairobi kuweza kukutana na aliyekuwa rais wakati huo Daniel Arap Toroitich Moi, na pia rais wa kwanza wa Jamhuri ya Kenya Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, kwa hadi wakati ambapo tuliweza kupata katiba na kuwepo na serikali za county. Ni yapi ambayo tunaweza kujivunia, na ni yapi ambayo pia lazima tuweze kufanya juhudi kuweza kujiendeleza hata zaidi? Ni katika ukurasa wa 2 na wa 3 kwenye gazeti la The Star. Another story on page number 8, we are being told that tough decisions pulled out of an economic crisis, says Ruto. Tough decisions are pulled us out of an economic crisis, says President William Ruto. Na hapo jana wakati wa sherehe za Labor ama siku kuu ya wafanyakazi hapo jana katika ukumbi wa Uhuru ama Uhuru Gardens pale jijini Nairobi, akatuliza kwamba ama alieleza taifa kwamba walipaswa ama ilimlazimu kuweza kuchukua maamuzi ambayo ni magumu ili kuweza kuhakikisha kwamba tunajikwamua katika tatizo la uchumi. Lakini je, unakubaliana na hilo? Iwapo unasema ndio, unajua la kufanya, unaweza kuwasiliana nasi pale kwenye mtandao ukapatia ama ukasema hisia zako pale. Then another story on page number 2, why the cost of medicine, sugar, milk is likely to go up. Why the cost of medicine, sugar, milk is likely to go up. The story is on page number 2. Na ni maswala ambayo tunajiuliza kwa sababu hapo jana nikaweza kukueleza kwamba kufuatia bajeti ambayo inapendekezwa, ambayo itakuwa inawasilishwa kwa bunge, viongozi ama katika baraza la mawaziri pamoja na Rais William Ruto, wakati ambapo alikuwa ameandaa kikao, wakatueleza kwamba hawajaongezea ushuru. Na hivi sasa bado tunazungumza kufuatia bei ya bidhaa muhimu kuweza kupanda. Why you should, or rather why the cost of medicine, sugar and milk is likely to go up. Haya ni maswala ambayo tunajiuliza. Kunani katika upande wa biashara? Katika ukurasa huu wa pili kwenye gazeti la The Star utakuwa unafahamu zaidi kufuatia habari hizi haswa za uchumi. Now this is our headline. Who pulled the trigger on MP Were? Who pulled the trigger on MP Were? Huyu mbunge wa Kasipula kule maeneo ya Nyanza. Lawmaker under premonition of death often talking about. Ni katika ukurasa huu wa 4 na wa 5. Na habari ambazo pia tutakuwa tunajaribu kuziangazia katika awamu yetu ya pili tukiwa na mwanasheria ama wakili, wakili. Kwa lugha ya Kiingereza tutamuita advocate. Tutakuwa naye Advocate Anthony Maina katika awamu yetu ya pili, when you have a discussion or a conversation about balancing justice. Wakati kama huu, wakati ambapo tunashuhudia visa vya ukiukaji wa sheria. Kwa mfano tunapozungumzia kisa hiki cha mauaji, je, unahisi ya kwamba kuna usawa katika njia mojawapo ya kuweza kuhakikisha kwamba haki inapatikana? Ni masuala ambayo tutakuwa tunajaribu kuzungumzia katika awamu yetu ya pili na bwana Anthony Maina, who is an advocate. Now that's all about the front page of the Star newspaper, na pia vile vile nitakuwa naangazia habari kwenye gazeti la Business Daily, tuangazia habari za kibiashara. And on page number 9 we have the story about environmental regulations, and it's all about intelligence, and we're being told that environmental regulations are bound to change the economic and business environment in many significant ways. The story is on page number 9. Nitakuwa narejelea tena. Tunaeleza kwamba environmental regulations are bound to change the economic and business environment in many significant ways. The story is on page number 9 of the Business Daily. And on page number 6 you have the story about chaos as vehicle number plate shortage persists. Chaos as vehicles number plate shortage persists. Wanaita number plates. Wanasema kwamba vita vipo, ama tunaona vita vikiendelea kuibuka kwa ukosefu ama nambari za usajili za magari kuweza ama kupungua pale, na ni swala ambalo lazima ziweze kuangaziwa, hasa tuweze kuona haswa wizara ya usafiri, the transport sector, hasa kupitia waziri wa usafiri aweze kuangazia swala hili, aweze kutueleza haswa ni mapendekezo yake ambayo yanapendekezwa pale, kwa sababu ni watu wengi wanatarajia kuweza kumiliki magari na kununua magari na pia kupokea nambari za usajili. Ni habari ambazo zinapatikana katika ukurasa huu wa 6 kwenye gazeti la Business Daily. Then you have the story on page number 8. BAT payout to farmers rises to 1.1 billion shillings. BAT payout to farmers rises to 1.1 billion shillings. The story is on page number 8 of the Business Daily. And you have another story on page number 14. Commercial banks clash with CBK. This is the Central Bank of Kenya over loan pricing formula. Ni habari ambazo zinapatikana katika ukurasa wa 14 kwenye gazeti la Business Daily. Now this is our headline on page number 9. Treasury shuns tax increases to calm Gen Z. And we are being told that Finance Bill 2025 bets on sealing revenue leakages. Draft tabled in the House remains open to changes. Wanasema kwamba mswada ambao unapendekezwa pale, mswada wa fedha wa mwaka 2025-2026, basi kuna mianya ambayo watakuwa wanaziba na kuweza kuhakikisha kwamba hamna ushuru ambao utakuwa unaongezwa ili kuweza kuwatuliza kizazi cha Gen Z ama kuweza kuwatuliza hawa vijana wa Gen Z. Ni habari ambazo zinapatikana katika ukurasa huu wa 9 kwenye gazeti la Business Daily. Now, we have another story on page number 9. Inside employers, the proposals that Kotu State tried to silence. Inside employers, proposals that Kotu State tried to silence. Ni habari ambazo zinapatikana katika ukurasa huu wa 9 kufuatia yala mapendekezo ambayo wafanyakazi ama chama cha wafanyakazi kilikuwa kinapendekeza, lakini wanahisi ya kwamba serikali ilikuwa inajaribu kuzima. Ni katika ukurasa huu wa 9 kwenye gazeti la Business Daily. That's all about the front page of the Business Daily. For more information, get yourself a copy of the Business Daily. Ujaribu kusoma na kujua haswa ni yapi ambayo yanazungumziwa pale, haswa katika habari za kibiashara. Wala ambao ni wafanya biashara, habari hizi huenda zikawa zinakulenga wewe, na unapozisoma na kuzifahamu utakuwa unajua ni jinsi gani utakuwa unajikwamua katika biashara yako kuweza kukua. Now, moving on to the People's Daily, we have this story on page number 8. Why Njue will not take part in POP election. Why Njue will not take part in election, or rather in POP election. Hii ni baada ya aliyekuwa papa wa kiongozi ama kiongozi wa kanisa la Katoliki kote duniani Papa Francis kuweza kutuaga na kufanyiwa ibada ya mazishi. Basi mchakato mzima wa kuweza kumteua tena papa ambaye atakuwa analiongoza kanisa la Katoliki kote duniani. Na tunaweza kwamba ni kwa nini Njue, Askofu Njue asishiriki katika uchaguzi huu. Na unapata kwamba mojawapo ya yale ambayo sababu ambazo zinatolewa pale ni kufuatia ama tatizo la miaka. Na kwa bahati mbaya basi unapata kwamba ameweza kupita miaka 80, na wanapendekeza kwamba kwa yule ambaye atakuwa anahudumu pale kama popa asiwe anazidi miaka 80, na yeye basi ameweza kupita ama kupitiza kiwango ambacho kinahitajika pale. Lakini tunatarajia kwamba katika uchaguzi huo basi tutarajia kwamba yule ambaye atakuwa anachaguliwa aweze kuwa kiongozi wa utu na kujali watu wote kote duniani, asiwe anaegemea upande wowote. Ni pendekezo tu ama ni wazo langu kufuatia shughuli ambayo itakuwa inaendelea pale kumtafuta papa mpya ambaye atakuwa analiongoza kanisa la Katoliki kote duniani. The story is on page number 8, and on page number 17 we have the story about how social media ruins lives and productivity. How social media ruins life and productivity. Ni jinsi gani mtandao ama the internet imekuwa ikiharibu maisha na pia kuharibu uzalishaji, hasa kwa wale ambao wanatumia mitandao visivyo. Ni habari ambazo zinapatikana katika ukurasa huu wa 17 kwenye gazeti la People's Daily. Now we have another story on page number 14, and we are being told that slain lawmakers, the driver recounts a fatal ambush. Dereva wa mbunge ambaye aliweza kufiatuliwa risasi wiki hii siku ya Jumatano jioni mwendo wa 2:30 pale, iwapo sijakosea pale. Dereva wake anasimulia kila ambacho kiliweza kuwakumba siku hiyo. Licha ya kuwa aliweza licha ya kuwa mbunge huyu kuweza kupoteza maisha, mlinzi wake pamoja na dereva hawakuweza kupata majeruhi ambayo ama majeraha ambayo ni makubwa. Wanaendelea kuuguza majeraha lakini si makubwa, na tuweze kuhakikisha kwamba wakati ambapo tunaongelea swala kuhusu haki, tuweze kuhakikisha kwamba visa hivi serikali iweze kuhakikisha kwamba inachunguza, na kwa wale ambao wameweza kuhusika wanaweza kuwajibishwa kwa mujibu wa sheria. Ni habari ambazo zinapatikana katika ukurasa wa 14, and it is about crime. Na nikueleza kwamba katika awamu yetu ya pili tutakuwa tunajaribu kuangazia mada kuhusiana na balancing justice. Now this is our headline on page number 5. KRA to snoop on your M-Pesa and bank account. And you are being told that MPs proposes law changes to give a taxman access to personal financial data. Je, unakubaliana na swala hili? Hawa ambao ni watunzi wa sheria ama wabunge ambao wanapendekeza kwamba KRA ipewe idhini ya kuweza kuangazia ama kuweza kupata access to your personal data, hasa tunapozungumzia kuhusu M-Pesa accounts and bank accounts. Je, unakubaliana na swala hili? Iwapo basi unasema ndio ama la, unaweza kupatia sababu zako na tukaweza kuwasiliana pale mtandaoni. That's all about the front page of the People's Daily. Na mwisho kabisa basi niruhusu tuweze kuangazia habari kwenye gazeti la Taifa Leo. Kuna habari za michezo katika ukurasa wa 20. Tunaeleza kwamba Manchester City, Wolves nani ataumia leo. Ni katika mechi ambazo zitakuwa zinaendelea leo hii katika ligi kuu ya Uingereza. Manchester City watakuwa wanachuana dhidi ya Wolverhampton. Ni mechi ambazo zitakuwa zinakaragazwa uwanjani Etihad, na wanatueleza kwamba watavaana uwanjani Etihad leo usiku katika vita vya timu zilizoshika fomu. Na unapata kwamba Manchester City bado wanaendelea kuhakikisha kwamba wanasajili matokeo bora zaidi, angalau wakaweza kujipatia nafasi ya kushiriki katika mechi za UEFA Champions League msimu ujao. Ni nani atakuwa anawika? Basi ni mechi ambazo zitakuwa zinaandaliwa leo hii usiku, mechi kati ya Manchester City na Wolverhampton. Ni habari ambazo ni za spoti na zinapatikana katika ukurasa wa 20, na pia katika ukurasa huu wa 3 tunaweza kwamba mbunge Were alinusa kifo kabla ya kuuawa jijini. Mbunge Were alinusa kifo kabla ya kuuawa jijini. Mbunge wa Kasipul alikuwa akilalamika hadharani kuwa maisha yake yalikuwa hatarini. Na ni swala ambalo pia tutakuwa tunajaribu kuzungumzia, kwa sababu napata kwamba iwapo basi nitajitokeza na nieleze umma kwamba maisha yangu yamo hatarini, jinsi mbunge huyu aliweza kueleza, ni juhudi zipi ambazo idara ya usalama inapaswa kuweza kuchukua ili kuweza kuhakikisha kwamba tetezi ambazo ninazitoa ama semi ambazo ninazitoa zinaweza kufuatiliwa na kuchunguzwa, na wale ambao ninahisi ya kwamba wanalenga maisha yangu wanaweza kuwajibishwa kwa mujibu wa sheria. Ni yale ambayo tutakuwa tunajaribu kuangazia tuweze kujua haswa pia sheria nayo inasema nini. Naam, katika vidokezo pia katika ukurasa wa 4 tunaweza kwamba Katoliki sasa waunga chanjo HPV. Katoliki sasa waunga chanjo ya HPV, ni katika ukurasa wa 4 na ni habari kuhusu afya. Na tunaweza kwamba hatimaye Matiang'i kuzuru Ngome, ni katika ukurasa huu wa 4, na tunaeleza kwamba ziara imefasiriwa na wachanganuzi kama wa kujipima nguvu tayari kwa kinyang'anyiro cha urais mwaka wa 2027. Ni habari ambazo zinapatikana katika ukurasa huu wa 4. Hatimaye Matiang'i kuzuru Ngome. Nafikiri ni Ngome, sio Ngome, ni Ngome. Ni katika ukurasa huu wa 4. Hayo ni matatizo ya uchapishaji pale ambayo yanaweza kutokea pale katika uchapishaji. Naam, na pia katika ukurasa huu wa 2, hizi ni habari ambazo zimeweza kupewa kipaumbele. Kichwa kikuu tunaeleza kwamba leba bila pesa. Leba bila pesa ni katika ukurasa huu wa 2, na tunaeleza kuwa Wakenya wanasifika kuwa wachapakazi, lakini aina mbalimbali za ushuru na kudorora kwa uchumi kumegeuza wengi wao omba. Jana matumaini ya angalau kupata afueni kutoka kwa serikali na waajiri yaligonga ukuta. Serikali na muungano wa vyama vya wafanyakazi nchini KOTU zilishirikiana kuzima mwakilishi wa waajiri ambaye mapendekezo yake yangesaidia kuongeza hela kwa mfuko wa wafanyakazi. Na bila shaka kila ambacho rais aliweza kuzungumzia ni kwamba 6% kwa nyongeza ya mshahara ambayo aliweza kupendekeza, basi ni swala ambalo wanahakikisha kwamba litakuwa linaangaziwa. Lakini kwa sasa hamna nyongeza ambayo wafanya biashara ama wafanya kazi watakuwa wanaongezewa. Kila ambacho waliweza kuahidiwa kuongezewa kwa 6% katika mshahara wao, basi Rais Ruto atakuwa anahakikisha kwamba swala hilo linashughulikiwa. Kufikia hapo mtazamaji, niruhusu niweza kuchukua kipindi kifupi cha mapumziko, na kwa mengi zaidi unaweza kujipatia nakala ya gazeti hizi za kidijitali, gazeti la The Star, Business Daily, People's Daily na pia gazeti la Taifa Leo, uweze kusoma na kujua haswa ni yapi ambayo yanazidi kuendelea katika taifa hili letu la Kenya na pia mataifa jirani na mataifa za kigeni. Nikirejea nitakuwa naangazia habari kwa undani zaidi kwenye gazeti la The Standard na pia kwenye gazeti la Daily Nation, na pia nitakuwa nasoma baadhi ya jumbe pale mtandaoni. Usiondoke.
Dreams come to life when you own a piece of the future, a place you can proudly call your own. And that dream is now within your reach. Ingenious Land and Properties Limited. Discover our projects, each offering you the opportunity to invest in your future. Piave Baraka Gardens, just 549,000 shillings. Miti Mingi Baraka Gardens, an incredible value at 349,000 shillings. Gilgil Langalanga Gardens, your dream home for only 349,999 shillings. Subukia Baraka Garden, secure your future for just 150,000 shillings. Sunrise Baraka Gardens at only 699,000 shillings. For more information and to reserve your spot, contact us on 0723 777 555. Visit www.ingeniuslandandproperties.com. Visit our offices in Nairobi at Unicity Mall Rooms 26 along Thika Road, Gilgil office next to Chawaka Supermarket, and Nakuru office CK Patel Building 8th floor Wing A. Ingenious Land and Properties Limited. Secure your future with us. Step into a brighter future at Better You School, conveniently located in Barnabas along the Nakuru-Nairobi Highway. We are ready to nurture young minds from playgroup to class 1, providing a foundation for a lifetime of learning in a serene Christian setting. Enroll in the ongoing intake and take a step into a world of discovery and growth.
Located just 400 meters off Ruby's petrol station, on the way to Luna Hotel, we are at the Chosen Generation Church Barnabas Sanctuary. To secure your spot, call 0790-899-899 or visit us at the Chosen Generation Church Barnabas. Better You School, bettering your future.
Step into a world of beauty and elegance, where we bring you the latest and trendiest beauty products and equipment that cater to your every need. From luxurious skincare essentials infused with natural African ingredients to a wide array of makeup products that celebrate the diverse beauty of East Africa, we have it all. At East Africa Cosmetics, we understand that beauty comes from within. That's why we also offer a hand-picked selection of holistic wellness products to nourish your body and soul. With our state-of-the-art beauty equipment, you can now bring the salon experience to the comfort of your own home. Discover top-of-the-line hair dryers, beauty tools, and grooming essentials that will leave you looking and feeling your best. Whether you're a makeup enthusiast, a skincare devotee, or a salon professional, East Africa Cosmetics is here to support your beauty journey every step of the way. But wait, there's more. Our knowledgeable and friendly staff is always ready to assist you in finding the perfect products tailored to your unique style and preferences. So, why wait? Visit us today at Jala Plaza Nakuru, Gusii Road adjacent to Kenyatta Avenue on your way to Tidy's Hotel, or Carnation Building along Mosque Road opposite Showmut Plaza. Call us on 0721 340 643. Visit our social media platforms, East Africa Cosmetics. And let East Africa Cosmetics be your trusted partner in beauty and wellness. East Africa Cosmetics, where East Africa's beauty comes to life.
Are you passionate about media, communication, or learning sign language? Welcome to MAMLAKA School of Media and Sign Language, where we transform passion into profession. We offer comprehensive courses in Kenya Sign Language and Interpretation, ideal for anyone looking to bridge communication gap and make a difference in people's lives. Explore the exciting world of journalism and mass communication, or capture breathtaking moments through videography and photography. Our TV and film production courses will set you on the path to success. Master the art of live streaming and become a pro in radio production. We also nurture entrepreneurial minds with our entrepreneurship skills program. And for those eyeing international opportunities, we offer test of English as a foreign language. Enjoy flexible fee payment options tailored to fit your budget. Experience high-quality professional studies that equip you with essential skills. Benefit from attachment placements in reputable media houses, giving you real-world experience. Grow in an environment grounded in Christian values and a commitment to discipline, ensuring a well-rounded education. We are proudly hosted by MAMLAKA Television and Chosen Generation Church. Enroll today and step into your future. For more information, call, text, or WhatsApp us at 0700 899 899.
Naam, karibu tena mtazamaji. Kimekuwa kipindi cha mapumziko na nimeweza kurejea tena. Asanteni sana kwa wale ambao wanaendelea kuwasiliana nami katika mitandao zetu za kijamii. Na iwapo basi ndio unafungulia runinga kwa mara ya kwanza, my name is Nyongesa Derek and this is Mamlaka Breakfast. Ni kipindi ambacho hukujia kila siku ya wiki na kuanzia siku ya Jumatatu hadi siku ya Ijumaa. Na katika kipindi hiki tunaangazia mada yote ambazo ama mada zote ambazo zinatuhusu sisi kama Wakenya, tuweze kuangazia tujue hasa ni vipi tunaweza kufanya mambo kwa utofauti na kuweza kupata picha ambayo inaweza kuwa ni bora zaidi na ambayo itakuwa inafuatiwa na mazao ama matunda. Na bila shaka nitakuwa nasoma baadhi ya jumbe ambazo nazipokea pale mtandaoni, and I see we have Jacinta Masau anasema tuned in. Thank you so much Jacinta Masau for tuning in. Na pia we have a Grace Wario anasema amen. Hey. Anasema tuned in and amen, you are doing a very good job. Amen. Thank you so much Grace Wario. Then we have Nancy Wamboi anasema tuned in. Thank you so much. We have Betty Maina mamake Bianca. Pia na anasema tuned in, anasema Manchester United hoye. Thank you so much Betty Maina mamake Bianca. Then we have Barbara Nafula. Pia na anasema yuko ndani. Thank you so much Barbara Nafula. Kijana wa Nyahe pia na anasema tuned in. Thank you so much for following. Na pia nitakuwa naelekea katika ukurasa wangu wa Facebook niweze kusoma baadhi ya jumbe ambazo nazipokea pale, and I see we have Eunice Nyambura. Eunice Nyambura anasema yuko ndani. Thank you so much Eunice Nyambura. Na pia Eunice Nyambura, nimeweza kusoma ujumbe wako. Na pia naona tuko naye Empresa Peshi. Empresa Peshi anasema yuko ndani. Mumbi Roda pia na anasema yuko ndani. Thank you so much. Beryl Nekesa Onesimus Aubameyang Raya anasema Onesimus Aubameyang Raya anasema yuko ndani. Thank you so much. You have Kathy Ekisa pia na anasema yuko ndani. We have Man Rahimu Shelly Ebi. We have Shemi Esther Njokinteza. Nafikiri anaitwa Esther Njoki, lakini haya majina ambayo unapata na mtandaoni saa zingine majina unaweza kupata ugumu ya kuyatamka. Then we have Chosen Triza pia na anasema yuko ndani. We have Gertrude Todza anasema yuko ndani. Tom Wahungu, thank you so much. And lastly we have Tom Wahungu and Margaret Murikia pia naye anasema yuko ndani. Tom Wahungu, Margaret Murikia and Gertrude Todza wote wanasema wako ndani. Na pia Simona Otieno pia naye anasema yuko ndani. Thank you so much kwa wale ambao wanaendelea kuwasiliana nami kupitia mtandao zetu za kijamii. Na bila shaka kando na kuendeleza kwamba unanifuatilia, ni vyema pia uweze kunitumia wazo lako. Iwapo kuna jambo ambalo ungependa tuweze kulizungumzia, unaweza kunitumia ujumbe mfupi kupitia nambari zetu za simu 0721 899 899. Ama pia ukatumia nambari ya simu nyingine 0700 899 899. Na ukifanya hivyo basi nitakuwa nasoma ujumbe wako pale mtandaoni na pia kupitia nambari zetu za simu. Kwa sasa mtazamaji, ruhusu niweze kuangazia habari ambazo zimeweza kupewa kipaumbele katika ukurasa wa kwanza kwenye gazeti la The Standard na pia kwenye gazeti la Daily Nation. Now, on the front page of the Standard newspaper, we have this story on page number 32. This is about sports, and you have Jamala, heroic, preserve Barcelona's Champions League final dream. Huyu kijana ambaye ni wa umri wa miaka 17, ni teenager pale Barcelona. Ni kijana ambaye amekuwa akionyesha mchezo mzuri wa kandanda, na bila shaka unapata kwamba mechi ambayo iliweza kushuhudiwa kati ya Inter Milan na Barcelona aliweza kuonyesha mchezo ambao ni bora zaidi na kufufua matumaini ya Barcelona kuweza kuhakikisha kwamba kwa mechi ya awamu ya pili, iwapo watakuwa wanapata ushindi, watakuwa wanaelekea katika finali ya UEFA Champions League. Then about Labor Day celebrations, yesterday you have the story on page number 2. We have unmet expectations on Labor Day. Unmet expectations on Labor Day. You have the story on page number 2, and you have been told that workers leave event with the questions and empty pockets, but hold on to presidential directive of implementation of 2024 minimum wage promise. They are still holding on to the presidential directive of implementing 2024 minimum wage promise of 6%, an added percentage of 6% to their minimum wage. Ni habari ambazo zinapatikana katika ukurasa huu wa pili kwenye gazeti la The Standard. Now this is our headline on page number 6. A fed up nation. A fed up nation. The story is on page number 6, and it is about a backlash. As messages of condolence are posed, or rather as messages of condolence are poured in following the death of Kasipul MP Ongondo Were, a wave of public anger towards the political class began to surface. Many Kenyans responded with scorn to tributes from fellow politicians, and some even offered prayers of gratitude for Were's passing. Given the depth of public frustration, we have the disillusionment and resentment, it is time for the public political class to engage in serious and honest self-reflection. Matukio ambayo yaliweza kutokea kufuatia kufyatuliwa risasi kwa huyo mbunge wa Kasipola Bwana Were Ongondo. Na tunaweza kwamba June 25, 2024, Kenya changed forever. A majority of politicians think the country can walk back. It's not happening. Politicians must embrace the fact that they serve at a pleasure of the voters. This is according to a political commentator, Arnold Maliba. Then on X, we have some reactions from Kenyans. We have, if we continue at this rate, 1 MP per month, by 2027, Kenya will be corruption free. If we continue at this rate, 1 MP per month, by 2027, Kenya will be corruption free. Then we also mourn the dismiss or the demise of the 5 people who were killed in Angata Barikoi. Then we also have let's sympathize and move on. Gen Z used to abduct themselves. I think Honorable Odongo shot himself too. Iwapo basi kuna jumbe ambazo tunazipokea jumbe kama hizi. Tunapofuatia ama tunapoangazia kuhusu kile ambacho kiliweza kutokea wakati wa maandamano. Wanasema kwamba the Gen Z abducted themselves. Iwapo kiongozi ama mtu yote ambaye anaweza kujitokeza na kuzungumza swala kama hili na pia kusema kwamba anafikiri ya kwamba huyo mbunge pia aliweza kujifyatua risasi. Tumefika wapi iwapo basi kuna Mkenya ambaye yuko mahali ambaye anaweza kutoa ujumbe kama huu wakati ambapo familia nyingi zinalia kupotea kwa wapendo wao na pia wapendo wao kuweza kupatikana wakiwa wameuawa. Then also have another reaction. I have read several stories about this guy and I can say he was an henchman. His death was planned for long. We don't need to mourn when the people of Kasipul and Homa Bay are celebrating. We sympathize and move on. Then we also have a child who was shot 7 times in Rongai and someone asked, but he is alive. But he is alive. Another one said people are abducting themselves. A day after BBC report on MP said people die every day. They sympathize and move on. They are thinking they are exemptional, or rather they are exemptional to death. Ni baadhi tu ya hisia ambazo Wakenya wanakuwa nazo pale mtandao na hasa katika mtandao wa Twitter ambaye kwa sasa unafahamika kama X. That's all about the front page of the Standard newspaper. Na pia vile vile niruhusu niweze kuangazia habari kwenye gazeti la Daily Nation hasa katika ukurasa huu wa kwanza. And you have the story about the finance bill on page number 7 and number 8. On page number 6 and number 7. And we are being told that farm produce drag hit with 16% VAT. This is the value added tax. Healthcare providers and farmers are amongst losers. Should a fresh proposal by the National Treasury to introduce 16% VAT be passed? Ni swali ambalo linaulizwa. Should a fresh proposal by the National Treasury to introduce a 16% value added tax be passed? Ni swali ambalo linaulizwa pale. That story is on page number 6 and number 7 of the Daily Nation. And about education, you have the story on page number 8. Nyakango fights back in school bursary row with the county chiefs, facing sanctions for illegality or rather for allegedly defying orders on court bursary funds. Controller of budget Margaret Nyakango returns to court. The story is on page number 12. Nyakango fights back in school bursary row with the county chiefs. The story is on page number 12. Then about crime, we have the story on page number 8. Shot 13 times in front of his family and lived to tell horror story. Kuna huyu ambaye aliweza kufyatuliwa marisasi 13 mbele ya familia na bila shaka familia inaishi kusimulia yale ambayo yaliweza kutokea pale. Charles Kamau had just arrived at his home in Ruiru when an armed gang struck. Determined to protect his family, he confronted the thugs. All hell broke loose. This is on page number 8. Now on page number 4 and number 5, we have the story about Ruto's relief to pensioners, teachers and other workers. Yale ambayo Rais Ruto aliweza kueleza hapo jana wakati wa sherehe za siku kuu ya wafanyakazi. And according to the president, he said, "Let us move united and committed to building a Kenya where dignity, opportunity and prosperity are accessible to all." Nitarejelea tena ujumbe ambao uliweza kutoka katika kinywa cha Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, His Excellency the President William Samoei Ruto. He said, "Let us move united and committed to building a Kenya where dignity, opportunity and prosperity are accessible to all." And according to this article, we are being told that President Ruto has pledged law change to exempt pension and gratuity payments for retirees from tax to increase and payout for senior citizens. The tax exemption is contained in the draft finance bill 2025, which he said seeks to spur productivity, expand opportunities and offer relief to businesses. The head of state also announced a recruitment of another 20,000 intern teachers next year. 3 billion shillings for teachers, promotions and pay as you earn. That is the pay reforms to boost the take home of employees. Kenya will also ratify international labor organizations conventions on the rights of domestic workers and curbing harassment in the workplace. That story is on page number 4 and number 5 of the Daily National. Now this is our headline on page number 2 and number 3. Storm around slain MP. Storm around slain MP. The story is on page number 2 and number 3 of the Daily National. And you are being told that Kasipul MP Charles Ongondo Were left Parliament shortly after 7 p.m. on Wednesday. Minutes later, his car pulled up at a red traffic light on Ngong Road, where an assailant shot him and he was dead by 7 p.m. His death has sparked controversy amid claims linking him to bloody attacks in his constituency, but his family defended him, terming the accusation he had blood on his hands part of a cover-up for his murder. The story is on page number 2 and number 3 of the Daily National. Basi habari hizi kwa undani zaidi tutakuwa tunaziangazia katika ukurasa huu wa 2 na wa 3 kwenye gazeti la Daily National. Na bila shaka mtazamaji, niruhusu niweze kuangazia habari katika ukurasa wa 4 na wa 5 kufuatia sherehe za hapo jana, siku ya wafanyakazi, Labor Day. Na ifikapo basi saa 2, naona mgeni wetu amekwisha fika. Ifikapo saa 3, samahani, tutakuwa namkaribisha rasmi kabisa tuweze kuingia katika mada yetu ya siku ya leo kuhusiana na mada ambayo nimeweza kuichagua kufuatia haki kuweza kupatikana. Are we experiencing any balance in justice? Ni swala ambalo tutakuwa tunaliangazia katika awamu yetu ya 2 na wakili Anthony Maina. Now on page number 4 and number 5, we are being told that Ruto's tax relief for pensioners and hard-hit workers. Ruto's tax relief for pensioners and hard-hit workers. President promises to have all pensions, gratuity payments exempted from tax and pay. This is the pay as you earn. Reforms to boost workers take home. Kila ambacho wafanyakazi wanaweza kuchukua pale nyumbani. And we are being told that President William Ruto has said all pension and gratuity payments in both the public and private sectors will be exempted from tax, making a major policy shift aimed at honoring the contributions of Kenya's senior citizens and workers. Na bila shaka kile ambacho Wakenya walikuwa wanazungumzia hapo vijana ama wafanyakazi ambao waliweza kujitokeza katika sherehe hizo, waliweza kuzungumzia kuhusu ushuru ambao wanatozwa katika mshahara ambao wanapaswa kuweza kupata, na wanasema kwamba they are taking half of the money na wanaelekea nyumbani na kiwango kidogo cha fedha kufuatia ushuru ambao wanatozwa pale and other levies. Na bila shaka hatukuweza kushuhudia Wakenya ama viongozi wakiweza kuzungumzia swala hilo, lakini bila shaka pia ambalo Wakenya walitarajia kwamba waweze kuzungumzia ama waziri wa leba Bwana Alfred Mutua kuweza kuzungumzia swala la ajira katika mataifa za kigeni, na wale ambao waliweza kutuma ombi na hadi sasa hawajaelekea kule katika mataifa za kigeni kuweza kuanza kazi zao rasmi kabisa, hawakuweza kuzungumzia swala hilo. Na swali ni je, ni yapi ambayo tutakuwa tunatarajia pale? And according to the president, he says this reforms is a recognition of the service and sacrifice of our senior citizens and workers. Retirement should be met with dignity, not distress. Kwa kila ambacho aliweza kuhakikisha kwamba for pensioners and hard hit workers to have a tax relief. Ni habari ambazo zinapatikana katika ukurasa huu wa 4 na wa 5. Then you have inside employees proposals that KOTU and the state tried to silence. Kila ambacho chama cha wafanyakazi kilikuwa kinajaribu kuzima pamoja na serikali kuu. Employers umbrella body, or rather employers umbrella body, the Federation of Kenya Employers, this is the FKE, yesterday blocked from addressing a Labor Day celebrations in Nairobi in a dramatic day that saw the central organization trade unions, this is KOTU, side with the government. FKE Executive Director Jacqueline Mugo, who had shown up with a speech with the fiery proposals to the government, was not granted a chance to speak, even as KOTU teamed up with the government to attack employers. Interestingly, as workers walked out empty-handed, as KOTU and the state lacked good news of a salary increase, the FKE had shown up with the proposals that stood to benefit workers, including the government to lower the housing levy to 0.5%, revise the tax relief bands to 36,000 and zero rate base food items to caution households from high prices. Mapendekezo ambayo FKE walikuwa wanapendekeza, lakini hawakuweza kupewa nafasi ya kuweza kuzungumza hapo jana na mkuu wa chama cha wafanyakazi KOTU, na pia vile vile serikali hawakuweza kupewa nafasi ya kuweza kuzungumza. Kwa mengi zaidi basi unaweza kujipatia nakala ya gazeti hizi ukaweza kuangazia ni yapi ambayo yanazidi kuendelea pale katika taifa hili la Kenya na pia mataifa za kigeni. Kwa sasa basi mtazamaji, niruhusu niweze kuchukua kipindi kifupi cha mapumziko niweze kumwandaa mgeni wetu. Tukirejea basi tutakuwa tunaangazia mada kuhusu balancing justice. Usiondoke.
Dreams come to life when you own a piece of the future, a place you can proudly call your own. And that dream is now within your reach. Ingenious Land and Properties Limited. Discover our projects, each offering you the opportunity to invest in your future. Piave Baraka Gardens, just 549,000 shillings. Miti Mingi Baraka Gardens, an incredible value at 349,000 shillings. Gilgil Langalanga Gardens, your dream home for only 349,999 shillings. Subukia Baraka Garden, secure your future for just 150,000 shillings. Sunrise Baraka Gardens at only 699,000 shillings. For more information and to reserve your spot, contact us on 0723 777 555. Visit www.ingeniouslandandproperties.com. Visit our offices in Nairobi at Unicity Mall Rooms 26 along Thika Road, Gilgil office next to Chawaka Supermarket, and Nakuru office CK Patel Building 8th floor Wing A. Ingenious Land and Properties Limited. Secure your future with us. Step into a brighter future at Better You School, conveniently located in Barnabas along the Nakuru-Nairobi Highway. We are ready to nurture young minds from playgroup to class 1, providing a foundation for a lifetime of learning in a serene Christian setting. Enroll in the ongoing intake and take a step into a world of discovery and growth.
Located just 400 meters off Ruby's petrol station, on the way to Luna Hotel, we are at the Chosen Generation Church Barnabas Sanctuary. To secure your spot, call 0790-899-899 or visit us at the Chosen Generation Church Barnabas. Better You School, bettering your future.
Step into a world of beauty and elegance, where we bring you the latest and trendiest beauty products and equipment that cater to your every need. From luxurious skincare essentials infused with natural African ingredients to a wide array of makeup products that celebrate the diverse beauty of East Africa, we have it all. At East Africa Cosmetics, we understand that beauty comes from within. That's why we also offer a hand-picked selection of holistic wellness products to nourish your body and soul. With our state-of-the-art beauty equipment, you can now bring the salon experience to the comfort of your own home. Discover top-of-the-line hair dryers, beauty tools, and grooming essentials that will leave you looking and feeling your best. Whether you're a makeup enthusiast, a skincare devotee, or a salon professional, East Africa Cosmetics is here to support your beauty journey every step of the way. But wait, there's more. Our knowledgeable and friendly staff is always ready to assist you in finding the perfect products tailored to your unique style and preferences. So, why wait? Visit us today at Jala Plaza Nakuru, Gusii Road adjacent to Kenyatta Avenue on your way to Tidy's Hotel, or Carnation Building along Mosque Road opposite Showmut Plaza. Call us on 0721 340 643. Visit our social media platforms, East Africa Cosmetics. And let East Africa Cosmetics be your trusted partner in beauty and wellness. East Africa Cosmetics, where East Africa's beauty comes to life.
Are you passionate about media, communication, or learning sign language? Welcome to MAMLAKA School of Media and Sign Language, where we transform passion into profession. We offer comprehensive courses in Kenya Sign Language and Interpretation, ideal for anyone looking to bridge communication gap and make a difference in people's lives. Explore the exciting world of journalism and mass communication, or capture breathtaking moments through videography and photography. Our TV and film production courses will set you on the path to success. Master the art of live streaming and become a pro in radio production. We also nurture entrepreneurial minds with our entrepreneurship skills program. And for those eyeing international opportunities, we offer test of English as a foreign language. Enjoy flexible fee payment options tailored to fit your budget. Experience high-quality professional studies that equip you with essential skills. Benefit from attachment placements in reputable media houses, giving you real-world experience. Grow in an environment grounded in Christian values and a commitment to discipline, ensuring a well-rounded education. We are proudly hosted by MAMLAKA Television and Chosen Generation Church. Enroll today and step into your future. For more information, call, text, or WhatsApp us at 0700 899 899.
Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality offers comprehensive education ranging from artisan levels to advanced diplomas. Our courses cover food and beverage production, catering and accommodation, pastry and baking, culinary arts, tour guiding and operation, tourism and business management, fashion and design from artisan level to higher diploma, sales and marketing, banking and finance, accountancy, business management, ICT, CPA courses, hairdressing and beauty therapy, cosmetology, electrical engineering and installation. We also provide short courses in public relations, event management and entrepreneurship, as well as language classes in Spanish, German, French, Chinese, and sign language and interpretation. Our accredited examining bodies include NEC, ICM, CASNEB, NITA, and KISM. Accommodation is available for out-of-town students. We offer full-time, part-time, and online classes. For more information, visit us on the 4th floor of Equity House, Nakuru. Contact us at 0727 424 698 or 0721 582 532 or email info@nakurucollege.ac.ke. You can also visit our website www.nakurucollege.ac.ke. Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality, defining a culture of professional excellence.
Owning land is the key to building generational wealth.
Naam, karibu tena mtazamaji. Kimekuwa kipindi kifupi cha mapumziko na tumeweza kurejea tena katika awamu yetu ya pili. My name is Nyongesa Derek and this is MAMLAKA BREAKFAST. Na imefika awamu ambapo tunaweza ama tunakuwa na mgeni tuangazie mada ambayo tunahisi ya kwamba lazima tuweze kujielimisha na tujue hasa mambo tunayafanya vipi katika jamii. Na hii leo basi tunaangazia mada kuhusu balancing justice. Na tuko na wakili Anthony Maina. Atakuwa anatuelekeza kuhusiana na yale ambayo yamekuwa yakitokea katika taifa hili la Kenya, na tumekuwa tukiona familia zikililia haki. Na kwa wale ambao hadi sasa hawajapata haki, tuweze kujiuliza na kujua tatizo ni lipi, ama hawajakuwa wakifuata sheria, ama hawajakuwa wakifuata mwelekeo ama utaratibu ambao unafaa ili kuweza kutafuta haki kwa koti zetu, na pia maeneo ama kuweza kuwajibisha viongozi pia. Ni swala ambalo tutakuwa najaribu kuangazia katika awamu hii, na nikueleze kwamba iwapo pia una swali unaweza kuwasiliana nasi kupitia mitandao zetu za kijamii, on Facebook Mamlaka Television, on YouTube Mamlaka Television, na pia kupitia nambari zetu za simu 0721 899 899, na ukatumia nambari nyingine ya simu 0700 899 899. Na pia katika mtandao wangu wa Facebook unaweza kuzungumza nami pale, Nyongesa Derek. Hiyo ni akaunti yangu ama ukurasa wangu wa Facebook, Nyongesa Derek Official. Tunaweza kuwasiliana nawe pale. Kwa sasa basi ningependa tuweze kusikiza kutoka kwa mgeni wetu, pia tuweze kujua na yapi ambayo ameweza kutuletea. Good morning Mr. Maina.
Good morning Mr. Derek.
Uko salama?
Niko salama kabisa.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kutoka mwaka jana ndio tunapatana tena. How have you been?
I have been good.
Yeah.
Tumekuwa tukingangana na mambo na sheria na kuhakikisha kuwa sheria inafuatwa, kwa sababu hiyo ndio kazi ya mawakili.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hilo ni bora zaidi. Na hapo jana pia nyinyi kama wakili, chama cha mawakili, how did you celebrate your Labor Day yesterday?
Let me say this. Yesterday was Labor Day.
Yeah.
And I believe everybody, including lawyers, celebrated in their own individual capacity.
Yeah.
So we did not have our representation.
Your representation,
in yesterday's celebrations.
Yeah.
Yes.
But what we have to say is because we are here to encourage everybody to work diligently.
Yes.
Na nyinyi kama mawakili pia mmekuwa mkitusaidia pakubwa kutuelimisha tuweze kufahamu kuhusu sheria zinasema nini ama katiba inasema nini.
Yes.
Na kwa hilo basi lazima tuweze kuwashukuru pia.
Yes.
Na kwa wale wote ambao pia wamekuwa wanafanya kazi pia, kwa sababu kila Mkenya ambaye anafanya kazi, ama wewe anafanya kazi pale nyumbani, anafanya kazi ya duka, ama maeneo tofauti, anafanya kazi ya serikali ama kazi ya kibinafsi, hiyo yote ni kazi, na amekuwa akihusika katika shughuli nzima ya ujenzi wa taifa.
Ndio.
Na lazima tushukuru kwa hilo.
Kweli.
So today tunaangazia kuhusu balancing justice. Na bila shaka kuna yale matukio ambayo tumeweza kuyashuhudia yametokea katika taifa hili la Kenya. Do you feel like we have that balance in the way we seek justice?
No.
Why?
My answer is no.
Why?
Because at times we see excessive use of force, which is contrary to the law.
Yeah.
For example, you saw what happened to Butere Girls.
Yeah, Butere Girls.
When they were showcasing their talents in terms of that drama.
Yeah.
Police robbed tear gas upon them. What crime did they commit?
We were not told.
It is best known to the state.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is best known to the state.
Yeah.
And nobody was arrested out of what happened, so that we could see them face a court of law.
Yeah.
For maybe whatever crimes they may have committed.
Yes.
That was never disclosed. So I believe there is excessive use of force by the police.
Yeah.
And the president, who is in charge of this country, still remains mum.
Yeah.
He cannot condemn the incidences. We cannot see arrest of those officers who robbed tear gas canisters upon the innocent children. So you see, there is that imbalance in terms of administrative justice.
Yeah.
And the only hope that we have is the court of law. Is the court of law.
Yeah.
So that if a person is brought before a judge, and a judge makes a determination, then that is where we can say at least there is hope in terms of justice.
In terms of justice.
Yes.
Now it's good you have used that example, and we have other examples that we can relate to, because we have right now we are talking about the recent issue of Kasipul MP. Mr. Ongodo Were.
Yes.
And when you look at it, we have people who are coming up with different statements. They're trying to speak, whether he's the one who shot himself. People just coming up and decided to utter those words. Now, in terms of trying to, or rather society now want, or rather the family want to get justice. And we have seen what has happened before. Watu iwapo kuna kesi inajitokeza, nothing is happening. Like for example, tunaweza relate with maandamano ya Gen Z ambayo ilikuwa mwaka jana. Polisi wakatumia nguvu kupita kiasi. Na pia umeweza kuguzia swala zima la vijana ama wanafunzi wa Butere. Polisi pia wakaweza kutumia vitu vya machozi. Na sasa hivi when you talk about security systems, na unapata kwamba hata kama polisi hawajahusika ama wameweza kuhusika, na pia kuna wale ambao ni wahalifu. The whole family, when they want now to seek justice, na unapata kwamba there's nothing that has been done. You as an advocate, what would you advocate for?
You see, when a crime has happened, we leave the entire issue to the police. To the police. Because they are bestowed by law to do investigations and to find who was culpable. That one is now under the IG, the Inspector General of Police, to ensure that investigations have been done. Those who are found culpable are brought to book. But previously, we have seen such kind of murders, especially directed to senior political members of our society. And nothing really has come up in terms of finding who killed who. We have not seen prosecutions. I may not preempt on this issue because the issue happened the other day. I believe the police are investigating, but we need to see those who are culpable brought to book. We need to see that. For the family, now I'm being pole. God is in control. But what we can say is that there is always an open door. For example, if the state is reluctant in prosecuting, then the family, maybe through bodies like LSK, can mount private prosecution cases, so that if investigation is done and persons have been identified as to being culpable of what happened, that they killed the slain MP, then family members through bodies like LSK can mount private prosecution to prosecute those guys if the police are reluctant to prosecute. That one is always provided for under the Constitution. Yes.
And sometimes you find out that maybe some people will feel like maybe it can bring conflict. Like for example, you say when the police are in line of duty, and whatever happens, you find out that during that that time when police is trying to make sure that he restrain law and order, na unapata kwamba kila ambacho kinatokea pale labda mtu anaweza kupoteza maisha. We have to think of it like, is there any difference between what is just and what is legal? Because when a police officer is in line of duty, unapata kwamba labda kuna hatari ambayo inaweza kutokea pale. He was trying to calm the situation, unapata kwamba katika hali hiyo akaweza kutumia labda silaha yake, na kwa bahati mbaya mtu akapoteza maisha. We have people who will think like he was trying to calm the situation, rather maybe to protect himself or herself, na kile kiweza kutokea. Of course, we can look at it maybe to say kwamba it was just, then we look at its legality now, using excessive force now.
Yes, you see,
any conflict here.
You see, when police are quelling discomfort or disquiet, or maandamano, for example, they are not allowed to use live bullets in the circumstances. Of course, the law says that police are free to protect themselves if they face danger. But using live bullets is the last resort. They can use tear gas to disperse people. They can use rubber bullets to disperse people, or to quell the discomfort. Then, when they use live bullets and they cause loss of lives, it would be very difficult for a police officer to justify that he was defending himself or herself. Kwa sababu hapo sasa kulikuwa na watu wengi. Watu wengi. Mahali kuna watu wengi, haufai ku open fire. unafaa kutumia tear gas, unafaa kutumia rubber bullets.
Yeah.
Hata unafaa kuitisha reinforcement, the other police officers.
Yeah.
Rubber bullets, live bullets becomes the last resort. So, if you are found, a police officer is found guilty of that, I believe the law will not be on his side. Yes.
And how do we understand? How should we interpret the law now?
Now,
because we have people who feel like they have not get any justice. Hawajapata haki kwa kile ambacho kuweza kutokea. How do we interpret the law?
Now, the responsibility of interpreting the law is the responsibility of our courts.
Yeah.
For we advocates is to assist the court in determining or in arriving at a fair determination.
Yes.
Say, for example, if for example there are two advocates, one on this side, one on this side.
Yeah.
Either of them we bring facts supported by evidence.
Yeah.
The other one will bring facts supported by evidence.
Yes.
In support of their individual cases. Then the court will look at those facts and the evidence, and the court will make a final determination as to who is on the wrong. Once the court makes a determination, it becomes an order of the court, and parties are bound by that order. So you have to respect that order. It is not just a mere paper. It is law on its own. And if you violate that law, then you will be charged with contempt of court. Now, if certain people are not, they do not agree, for example, with that order, then they have a recourse. And that's why we have, for example, the High Court. If the matter originated from the lower court, we have the High Court. Then, if you do not agree, you go to the Court of Appeal, up to the Supreme Court, depending on the nature of the case. Yes.
Now, it also becomes a challenge because when we understand you as advocates trying to help the courts try to understand, rather make them understand what the law says, and because we have some people who feel like the court failed them, does it mean that we have loopholes in our constitution? That you have seen somebody, ama umeona mtu hakika ameweza kutoweka na mabilioni ya pesa, ama ameweza kuhusika katika kisa cha uhalifu, but at the end of the day akienda kotini he's free. He or she is free. Does it mean that we have now loopholes in our constitution that people are using them to make sure that they benefit themselves?
What I can say, I do not think there is any loophole in our constitution. What there is loopholes in procedural justice. For example, if a crime has happened in a certain area, then who is responsible for investigation? It is the police department. If the law requires the police to do A, B, C, D, and the police, based on their own understanding, either willfully or otherwise, they skip some of the requirements. Then, even if you bring that person to court, the court will look at the procedural requirements. Have they been complied with? Because a court of law is not an investigative body. It is an arbiter between two disputants. So, the court will not be invited to go and investigate. It is the police to investigate. For example, if there is a murder case that has happened, say for example, we can take that case of MP Were, the deceased. If, for example, a person was known somebody saw that incident happen. Na akaona a certain guy, maybe or a certain height, body posture, a certain, you see, kind of such description. And then during investigation, police arrest so many young people, for example. Because the police cannot identify who killed the slain MP, they will have to conduct what we call a parade. Then, after that parade, that is when they are going to square it out, or to find who the person who killed that slain MP. If the police decide to skip that parade, and the law requires them to do that parade, then of course the court will find them, will find the evidence by the police not convincing. and they are going to release that person.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's why you see there is some misunderstanding from the public on how the judiciary work or how the courts perform their duties. Unapata mtu ameshikwa, ameachiliwa, watu wanaanza kupiga kelele. But where is the problem? The problem lies with the police, because they are supposed to bring concrete evidence to show that this person actually is guilty. If they bring just some evidence that do not add up, then the court will release that person.
Now, let's say, like, for example, of course, you are an advocate. You are representing a certain case in the court. How will you ensure that there is fairness and that balance that we are actually talking about? How will you ensure that you have that balance and fairness that will drive you to have a meaningful, or rather an outcome that will be good for the public?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or rather both institutions.
When an advocate is appearing before a court of law, he or she represents his or her client. Nitakuja na claim ya my client, nitakuja na facts, nitakuja na evidence ya kusupport the case of my client. Nitakuwa na opportunity ya kuangalia what the other side has. Their evidence, their facts. And I will respond. They will also respond to my pleadings. So that once we place them before a court of law, it is now for the court to decide based on the law, based on the facts, based on the evidence available. That one is now the work of the court. In fact, when we go to court, no advocate has prior knowledge that they are going to win or lose. No advocate has prior knowledge that they are going to lose or win. So you just wait for the determination of the court, having placed your case before the judge or the magistrate. The other party having had the same opportunity, placing their case before a court of law, then the court of law will decide.
Na unajua kuna yule ambaye amekuwa akiingiza kwamba wakati mwingine wanapata kwamba because those clients share confidential information. You as an advocate, you know very well that so and so did this. He did or he or she did a crime, rather committed a crime. Na wakati ambapo unaenda kumtetea, now the question comes in, being impartial and biased. How can you deal with that? Because we are now all trying to make sure that we at the same time we are defending our constitution, and at the same time we're trying to win our court to make sure that we have a good name to the public. How can you deal with that to make sure that there is no bias and something to do with the impartiality?
That one now relates to a criminal case.
Criminal case.
A criminal case. And the genesis of the criminal case emanates from the police. They do their investigation. They hand over the file to the DPP for prosecution. Once they have decided to prosecute, the accused person now goes looking for a lawyer. If they find a lawyer, that lawyer will now defend that accused person. What the defense counsel does is to look at the evidence as produced by the prosecutor, the evidence and the facts. Some of the evidence and some of the facts may not be marrying to the known facts by the accused person. You see? Now you try to find the disconnect. Where is the disconnect? Because they might say, for example, the accused person killed so and so. And maybe at the time of commission of that murder, the accused person was not within that area. You see now? Maybe the murder was committed here in Nakuru, 6 p.m. yesterday in the evening. The accused person was in Kitale, same time. But they are accusing him of killing?
Of killing that person, or that person there.
Yes. So they have to explain how he committed that murder at the same time and went to Kitale. Same. You see now there is that disconnect. So the evidence cannot be believed. There are some gaps. Maybe they are trying to cover up somebody and shifting the burden to an innocent person. So that's where the defense counsel now comes in to show the court that, look, there is a disconnect here. There is a defense we call alibi. During that time, murder is committed here. You are not here. You are in Nairobi. You are in Kitale. You are in Kisumu. But you have been arrested for that murder. How? The police should explain. So based on that defense alibi, then the court will free you. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Na bila shaka unapata kwamba pia kuna wale ambao hadi sasa bado wanajiuliza, because we have heard or have all seen on national television kwamba kwa mfano tunaporejelea pale kwa kesi za maandamano, we still have families who are still crying out there seeking justice. What do you feel like they did not do? Ama hawakufanya kitu kuhakikisha kwamba wanaenda kutafuta haki? And because we all know what happened, does it mean that hawakutumia the right procedure, ama walipiga ripoti, ama wako tu pale wanasema hatukupata haki ili hali wakupiga ripoti? Why do you think that they have not get any justice yet?
You see, in fact, families have no big responsibility to play when a criminal act has happened. They just report to the police. Then they leave the rest of the issues to the police for investigation. But you find that in most cases, police are reluctant to investigate. They are reluctant to investigate based on who the culprit is. Maybe based on orders from above. But the buck stops with the president. Even if we say that the police department is independent, there is no independence. There is no independence in that.
And what makes you feel that they are not independent?
Because when for example, when I want to relate to a case that happened it was last year. The case of the then acting IG, Masengeli, was summoned severally by a high court in Nairobi, but declined. Only to appear the last minute when the persons whom were believed to have been arrested by the police also were released. Na wakati alikuja alisema kulikuwa na government responsibilities, peacekeeping, sijui what, vitu kama hizo. Kama angekuwa mtu ordinary, angekuwa ameshikwa. He could have been arrested. Lakini sasa this a police officer, a senior police officer. By then he was acting the police officer. Nani angemshika? Despite the order coming from the high court, ashikwe aletwe kotini. Nani angemshika? Lakini kama angekuwa ni wewe.
Now does it mean that we have barriers in our system?
Yes.
How should we deal with that? Of seeking justice.
Now, that problem has been there for years. The only problem we have is that our systems, we have a very good constitution, which allows parties or bodies, government bodies, to be independent, and we have that independence. Only that independence is now stolen in a back door. Through the back door, they are stolen. And you find that IG is told what to do. It is not true that he employs independent mind in conducting investigations. That is not here, neither is it there. So there is no independence. It is there in the books, but practically nothing.
Does it mean that we don't understand our constitution?
No, we really understand our constitution. It is very elaborate.
Because everything that is happening right now, you hear, you as an advocate, you tell us that we have a constitution that gives every person the right to defend himself or go to court if anyone has done or rather has committed a crime, or you feel like kuna mtu ameweza kukosea and you want to get justice. Everything, it is in the constitution. Does it mean that maybe hatujui kabisa the whole process ambayo tunapaswa kuweza kuichukua, ama ni kipi ambacho kinatokea? Kwa sababu this cannot be happening when you have a constitution, you have people like you, an advocate who is there to make sure to direct us.
You see, I want to give a case scenario in our Gen Z's demonstration. A number of them were killed, right? A number of journalists were also injured. Like the one, that lady who was injured here in Nakuru.
Wanjiri.
Have we seen any police officer being prosecuted for that?
We have not seen.
We have not seen. Why? Why? They are protected by the state. Who will arrest them? Nani atawashika? Unless we have a government that has fidelity to the rule of law. And I hope maybe in future we shall have that government. The beauty part of it is that crimes never die. Criminal offense, hata kama itaishi for 100 years and plus, it can still be brought back. If you have a government that has fidelity to the law, these problems will be solved. But we do not have any hopes to have this problem solved in the current regime.
The current regime.
Yes.
So let's all agree that you have a problem with our system.
Yes.
Our government system.
Our government system.
Okay. Mtazamaji, tunaendelea na mada yetu hapo. Basi una swali utakuwa unawasiliana nasi kupitia pale mtandaoni. Tunachukua kipindi kifupi cha mapumziko, tukirejea basi tutakuwa tunaendelea na mada yetu. We are trying to navigate how we are going to balance our justice, or rather we are going to make sure that our system, the system that you have, they can be accountable and show some concerns on the way they handle some cases, to make sure that the public have, rather wakuwe na ile imani kwamba iwapo basi watakuwa wanatafuta haki, hiyo haki wanaweza kuipata. Kwa sasa mtazamaji, ningependa niweze kukueleza kuhusu Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality, wakati ambapo tunaendelea na kipindi hiki, na kufahamisha pia wewe kama mwanafunzi ambaye unanitazama asubuhi hii ya leo na unapanga kuweza kujiunga na taasisi hii ya Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality, kufika pale kuweza kuangazia kozi tofauti ambayo unahisi kwamba inakufaa. Unaweza kuangazia kozi kama vile tourism, hospitality, pastry and baking, accountancy, fashion and design, cosmetology, na pia kuna kozi kama vile Kifaransa, Kichina. Ni lugha ambayo unaweza kujifunza pale, na pia ukajifunza sign language and interpretation. For more information, let's have a look at Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality advertisement.
Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality offers comprehensive education ranging from artisan levels to advanced diplomas. Our courses cover food and beverage production, catering and accommodation, pastry and baking, culinary arts, tour guiding and operation, tourism and business management, fashion and design from artisan level to higher diploma, sales and marketing, banking and finance, accountancy, business management, ICT, CPA courses, hairdressing and beauty therapy, cosmetology, electrical engineering and installation. We also provide short courses in public relations, event management and entrepreneurship, as well as language classes in Spanish, German, French, Chinese, and sign language and interpretation. Our accredited examining bodies include NEC, ICM, CASNEB, NITA, and KISM. Accommodation is available for out-of-town students. We offer full-time, part-time, and online classes. For more information, visit us on the 4th floor of Equity House, Nakuru. Contact us at 0727 424 698 or 0721 582 532 or email info@nakurucollege.ac.ke. You can also visit our website www.nakurucollege.ac.ke. Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality, defining a culture of professional excellence.
Naam, karibu tena mtazamaji. Hiyo imekuwa ni kanda ya Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality. Ni taasisi ambayo inapatikana katika kaunti ya Nakuru, na iwapo basi ungependa kufika pale ama unajiuliza wanapatikana wapi, ukiwa katikati ya jiji kuu la Nakuru, wanapatikana Kenyatta Avenue, Equity House, orofa ya pili na ya 4, next to Ereto Bookshop. Unaweza kufika pale ukaweza kuangazia kozi ambazo nimeweza kukutajia pale mwanzoni, moja wapo ikiwa ni tourism, hospitality, pastry and baking, accountancy, fashion and design, cosmetology, sign language and interpretation. It is also a school of languages. Unaweza kujifunza pale Kifaransa, Kichina, German, na pia unaweza kujifunza pale Chinese na ukaweza kubobea na usiweze kupata ugumu katika kuzungumza lugha hizi. Iwapo utakuwa unasafiri kuelekea katika mataifa hayo ambayo yanazungumza lugha ya Kifaransa, Kichina, German na pia Kichina, unaweza kuwa na furaha ama wakati mzuri wa kuweza kuzungumza lugha hiyo. It is a certified private institution, na bila shaka unaweza kufika pale na ukisha hitimu, kuna mitihani ambayo inapatikana pale. They have ICM, NITA, CASNEB and KISM, na ukisha hitimu unapewa cheti ama shahada ambayo inadhibitisha kwamba umeweza kusoma pale, na ukifanya hivyo utakuwa umeweza kujipatia nafasi bora zaidi ya kutafuta ajira katika taifa hili la Kenya na mataifa za kigeni. That's all about Nakuru College of Commerce and Hospitality. ni taasisi ambayo inaongozwa na Madam Penny Ng'ang'a, na wanatueleza kwamba they define a culture of professional excellence. Tunaendelea na mada yetu kuhusu balancing justice. Kabla sijaangazia masuala ambayo yanapokea pale, kuna swala ambalo tumeweza kuzungumzia na ukasema kwamba the system is not working in accordance with the law. Na hilo umeweza kukubaliana nalo. Now, how are we going to ensure that the system that we have works in accordance of the law? We as the public, kwa sababu tunahisi ya kwamba our institution hazifuati sheria ama hazifuati katiba. Sisi kama umma tunapaswa kufanya nini kuhakikisha kwamba now the system that we have, they work in accordance of the law?
Yes. Now, let's start with Parliament, for example, because Parliament is a body responsible for making laws, among other responsibilities. But the most important one is to make laws. I do not mean that the rest are not important, but Parliament is known for making laws. Now, once Parliament makes laws, do they, before the passing of law, engage public in terms of getting their views in a meaningful manner? To me, the answer is no. And a good example is the finance bill,
and the last
year's finance bill. The law says that public participation should be done. And that is found under Article 10 on principles of governance, national values and principles of governance. It requires the state to facilitate public participation. What happened to the finance bill? Was there any meaningful public participation?
Yes.
There was no.
There was no.
There was none. And that's why the demonstration started. Our young people came out and expressed their views, their concerns on that finance bill.
Yes.
Na mliona vile ilifanyika. So that is one demonstration to show that our institutions have failed. If you look at a body that is called IPOA, Independent Police Oversight Authority, that authority has the responsibility of oversighting the police, how they do their work. For those murders that were done during the Gen Z protest, IPOA should have already done with bringing to books those who are responsible. But we have not seen that. They are asking I think the DPP, the Inspector General, to expedite the investigation. You see? But have they been prevented by law to institute private prosecution? No.
No.
They are allowed by the law to do so. If they feel that the rest of the bodies that have the responsibility of doing so are reluctant. Now, when we talk of when we talk of judiciary, for example, we have had cases of corruption. We have had those cases. There is JSC, which is responsible for investigating issues to do with corruption. And I know some of the issues have been brought before them, and they are working on them. But talking much about the judiciary, we have the Chief Justice, who is the head of the judiciary, Justice Martha Koome. She is responsible of seeing a robust judiciary devoid of corruption. And if there is any iota of corruption, maybe from any judicial officer, the buck stops with the Chief Justice.
The Chief Justice.
The Chief Justice to see that once that issue has been brought before the JSC, it has been prosecuted in a fair manner. So what I can say about the institutions is that most of them have failed Kenyans. Kenyans, for example, they elected their officials, knowing very well that they are going to articulate the concerns,
yeah,
of the common mwananchi.
Yeah.
Remember, we were told bottom up. Has it been bottom up?
No.
It has been the other way around.
The other way around, yeah.
Yes, because we are not feeling the effects,
yeah,
of any positive growth or any positive what do we call them?
Yeah, the
positive
results,
effects,
yeah, effects, yeah,
from the government. And we were told that Kenya is number 6 now, economy-wise, in the whole of Africa. We were told that. It was in the news yesterday. Kenya iko number 6. And I saw the Honorable Musalia Mudavadi saying that number, that number 6 is attributable to the good governance of President Ruto. Yes, but who did the research? What protocols were followed about that research so that Kenya can be placed at number 6?
At number 6.
Yeah. Was there some influence to put Kenya at number 6 so that we Kenyans can believe that we are growing?
We are growing.
Yeah. But essentially, we are not feeling that growth at the grassroots level. Yeah. And that is what we want to see. Watu wanataka kuona wakiwa na pesa kwa mfuko.
Yeah.
But taxes have been so many such that they even defeat the principles of taxation.
Yeah.
Because one of the principles of taxation is the principle of fairness.
Yeah.
The principle of fairness entails that I should pay something to the government in form of tax while not compromising my private needs. Lakini sasa unapata mtu anapata mshahara 10,000, karibu 4,500 zinaenda na serikali. Unaachiwa na nini?
Hakuna kitu umeachiwa mfukoni.
It cannot even sustain your needs.
Even for a month.
Yes.
Na ni swali ambalo pia Mkenya ameweza kuuliza hapa kwa mtandao. Anasema kwamba how do you respond when public opinion clashes with what you believe is a just outcome? Like for example, we have these issues that have been happening. Unapata kwamba hata tusiende mbali, kuna kesi ambayo tumeweza kuzungumzia, tumeguzia swala la abduction. Abduction cases during the Gen Z demonstration that was last year June. Na unapata kwamba kuna kiongozi ambaye anaweza kujitokeza na anasema kwamba those young people were abducting themselves. Then at the same time you find that issues to do with crime cases, unapata kwamba kuna yule ambaye amesoma, nimeweza kusoma hapa ujumbe ambaye anasema kwamba let's sympathize and move on. Gen Z used to abduct themselves. I think Honorable Odongo shot himself. People coming up with different opinions. And I remember also last time we talked about, we had claims that we have corruptions in our judicial systems. Now with that case and the process of seeking justice, I feel like somebody has offended me, and with all this narrative that I'm hearing on the internet, or other people speaking left, right and center, kwamba hii kuko hivi, does it now going to hinder the process of getting justice?
Now, I don't want to agree with that viewer who has said that Gen Zs were abducting themselves.
Yeah.
Because I would expect him or her to have recorded a statement with the police to show that actually the Gen Zs were abducting themselves.
Yeah.
If the slain MPs shot himself, he should be in the forefront of recording that statement with the police. So his argument is lame at the moment.
At the moment.
Yes, until he goes and record that statement with the police to show that the slain MP shot himself.
Yeah.
And that, I believe that is also an insult to the family.
Yeah.
It is very unfortunate coming from is it a leader or just a...
It was just a person who...
It is an insult to the family.
His reaction. Now, answering the question, how will you respond to the public opinion trying to clash with your own belief about what is just?
Public opinion vis-a-vis?
Yeah. Clashing with what you believe it is what is just, or that you believe it is just.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, you see, both of them are opinions. Both of them are opinions.
Yeah.
Public opinions and your own opinion.
Yeah.
Now, the tricky thing is that opinions are not binding. I cannot be bound by your own opinion. You cannot be bound by my own opinion.
Yes.
If something is has a public connotation, the only recourse that we have is the Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court, yeah.
The Supreme Court. If you approach the Supreme Court, the Supreme Court can give advisory opinion on a matter that has a public connotation. It can give that opinion. It can determine or it can come in to separate the two opinions. And it will also, of course, deliver a finding on what opinion prevails. You see? And if the public opinion, in most cases, because most of the time, public opinions prevails over private opinions. In most cases. But if public opinions would tend to violate private opinion, or a private right emanating from that opinion, then of course the court will give a determination that this is a private right. It should not be violated. Yes. For example, let me give a case scenario. We may be having a market or a church. For example, let me take an example of a church. We may be having a church. Church, it has a public connotation kwa sababu inahubiria watu wengi. Next to the church, unaweza kuwa ni residential homes. The residents are angry because the church uses these PAs. Loud music, even at night. You see? Now, when they go to court, the court will tend to compel the church to reduce the noise, or not to use public opinions at all during the night. Okay, because they are now infringing on the private right of those residents. You see, that is now how we balance the two rights.
And it's good you have given that example, but can you share a specific example, like you have handled such difficult decisions in terms of what people believe in and what you believe in, and how do you make a decision on that?
Okay. Personally, I have not heard of that.
You have not heard.
But we have seen it from the judgments that have been delivered by courts. Remember, lawyers normally acquaint themselves with the current affairs issues, including judgments that have been delivered. Because you never know of tomorrow. You might be having such a scenario. And you would also want to rely on a certain decision that has been delivered by either the Supreme Court, the Court of Appeal, or the High Court.
The High Court,
Yes. But in most cases, once we have, I said when we were starting, once we have placed our facts, our case, and evidence before a court of law, and the other side does the same, then we leave it to the judge to make a determination. Yes.
Oh, that's good. And do you believe with what we have talked about, we have discussed in issues of trying to navigate on the way, or the whole process to make sure that we have that system that is balanced in terms of getting justice and fairness, and people, or rather, they have the same objective, good governance? Do you believe when with all the practice what we have talked about, we are going to have a very good system?
Yes. In fact, the bottom line is the rule of law. If everybody would have fidelity to the law, the government in its entirety, and the people, the general citizen, wakubali kufuata sheria, na serikali pia ifuate sheria, kila kitu itakuwa sawa. The problem comes when there is a conflict between the government and the citizen, because some of the laws have been violated by state officials who see themselves as above the law.
Above the above the
na naona sasa hawa watu wengine hakuna kitu wanaweza fanya.
Very true. Na mtazamaji, pia tumekaribia ukingoni kumalizia kipindi chetu, lakini hatutakuwa tunaondoka kabla sija kuelezea kuhusu Danwood Properties. Nimekuwa nimekueleza pale mwanzoni, lakini nitakuwa nasoma tu jumbe zingine ambazo nazipokea pale mtandaoni, na bila shaka kijana wa Nyahel nilikuwa nimekwisha soma ujumbe wako, anasema tune in, thank you so much. Na kuna Barbara Nafura nilikuwa nimesoma ujumbe wako. We have Ann Mwasi pia anasema yuko ndani pale mtandaoni. hamna ujumbe ambao unaupokea kuhusiana na mada yetu ya siku ya leo, isipokuwa kwa nambari zetu za simu niliweza kupokea, nikaweza kusoma baadhi ya maswala ambayo nilikuwa nimeyapokea. Na kuangazia tu swala la mwisho ambalo nalipokea hapa, kidogo utaniwia radhi kidogo, ujumbe huu umepotea lakini nitautafuta kwa wakati na nimekwisha upata. Anasema kwamba, now, have you ever faced any moment your role as an advocate conflicted with what you felt as morally or socially just? How did you handle it when dealing with the tension in advocacy now?
Tension?
Yeah, tension in advocacy. Maybe you were ambushed, or you were handling a case to protect somebody who had committed a crime, and in the process, maybe you were affected emotionally or rather psychologically. Have you ever found yourself in such a situation?
Well, we have handled children matters, and I will give a scenario where we had a client, a lady, and she was in a relationship with a certain guy. They had a child, but the level of education of that lady was low as compared to that to the man. In fact, they were husband and wife, but they separated because of disagreements.
Disagreements.
And once they separated, the girl went with the child. One day, the man called the girl, the wife, to go back to bring the child so that the father can see the child. When she went there, she found some other clothes belonging to another woman. And she sought clarification from the man. The man beat up the wife. The wife escaped,
leaving the child behind.
But the man, together with his family, went to police and reported that the wife had abandoned the child. Now it became a court case because the mother said that she never abandoned the child. She was she found a safe path to escape from violence, which the court agreed, and she was begging the court to compel the man to give back the child. We did that, and we convinced the court in our case. The court agreed with us, and we were happy. That thing itself emotionally drained us as advocates, kwa sababu the plight of that child now was in our mind. The attachment the mother had with that child also contributed to draining emotionally our own self. In terms of canvassing that case before a court of law. But finally, thank God, we succeeded, and now I can happily report that the mother has the child.
Wow, that's good. With that example, now that brings in another question of integrity, and since we have issues of sensationalization. Unapata kwamba wakati mwingine kama mawakili pia, you have your own limitations. What would you like, or rather, what will you feel like you as an advocate that you strongly believe in, ungependa pia hata pia mawakili wengine waweze kuangazia hayo maswala? Because kuna wale ambao wana feel like we have rogue advocates ambao wako pale nje, wanajua sheria lakini hawafuati sheria. What will you advocate for that?
Okay. All right. I want to say this. When a client feels that like they want to find an advocate, where is the starting point? The starting point is that for you, it is the responsibility as a client to establish whether the person you have settled on is an advocate.
Is an advocate,
Yes, because some are not even advocates. If you contract a person who is an advocate, then you have yourself to blame. Find out whether that person is an advocate. You can find out from whether he has the practicing certificate. Utaipata amehanga hapo kwa ofisi. Kama hakuna, You may engage him one-on-one, whether he has one.
Try to inquire.
Yes, trying to inquire.
Yeah.
You can also go to the advocate's platform online. You can search that advocate, utampata, kama ako registered, utampata.
Yeah.
Then from there, based on what makes you feel that a certain advocate is not a good one, there is always a recourse to that. If you feel that you had a case with an advocate, na hiyo case ilienda vibaya, ama you believe that your advocate ndiye alifanya iende hivyo, you can always report that to LSK.
LSK.
Yes. There is a disciplinary tribunal within LSK.
Yeah.
You can report that in writing. Because that will form the basis of your facts and evidence. Report your case there. They will investigate.
Yeah.
And if there is anything that you are entitled to from that advocate, the disciplinary tribunal, having found the advocate is culpable, will ensure that what you want has been delivered to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much. Na muda wetu umefika mwisho, ama tumefika ukingoni pale tamati ya kipindi chetu na kila ambacho tumezungumzia. Nafikiri ya kwamba if we are going to have leaders who are able to listen to our concerns, basi we are going to have a very good environment. Now, as we wind up, your last thought as we summarize how things and live. Yeah.
Okay, my thought is this.
Yeah.
Let us have fidelity to the law, because a country without law is not a country.
Yeah.
If there is a country that is designed or that is intended to go far in terms of its citizens and government, it's a country that is governed by the rule of law. We just follow the law, respect the judiciary.
Yeah.
If there is an order that has been given by a court, respect that order. If you do not respect that order, or if you do not want to respect that order, go to the appellate court. That one is guaranteed.
Yeah.
Once you go to the appellate court will either agree or disagree with you.
Yeah.
Then there is also another court until you exhaust all the other courts.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is have fidelity to the rule of law.
To the rule of law.
Both to the government and to the citizens.
Yeah.
And everything will be okay.
Naam.
Yeah.
Asante sana. Tumefika ukingoni. Labda kuna kitu ambacho mnawacha nje ambacho ungependa kuweza kuzungumza tunapoondoka, ama yote yamekwisha?
Pengine niseme nishukuru kwanza administration ya Mamlaka TV.
Yes, thank you.
As a general. Kwa kunipatia hii fursa, kwa sababu I know there are so many advocates.
Ni kweli,
but si ati kuna tu vile management imeona nije leo tuwasiliane na wananchi. Nashukuru kwa hiyo. Nashukuru pia Mungu kwa kuwezesha nafasi hii. Na pia na kushukuru kama host. Asante sana. Hata mimi nimeshukuru kwa uweredi wako na the current affairs issues on tips. So thank you for that. Na pia ningependa kurudisha shukrani za dhati kwa mwajiri wangu Nancy Njoroge, Cairo and Company Advocates, ambao kwa sasa nafaa kuwa kwa ofisi, lakini kuna ile mipango tuliacha na wanajua niko hapa. Nataka kuwashukuru sana Madam Nancy Njoroge and the entire office for the support. Thank you very much.
Asante sana. Hata pia mimi nimekumbuka tukianza kipindi nilisema kwamba tunakushukuru sana, ama tunawashukuru, tunashukuru kila mmoja ambaye anafanya kazi kuhakikisha kwamba taifa linakuwa. And I take this opportunity also to thank you for coming. Na bila shaka your conversation, rather your information has been very insightful to the public, na bila shaka watakuwa wanajifunza kitu kwa yale ambayo tumeweza kuzungumza. Nashukuru sana. Wakati mwingine pia tukipata nafasi basi utakuwa unakubali tena mwaliko wetu.
Nitakubali.
Asante. Na mtazamaji, tumefika ukingoni. Mimi naondoka, lakini jinsi nilivyokueleza nitakuwa nakuacha na kanda ya Danwood Properties kwa wale ambao wangependa kuweza kununua kipande cha ardhi. Tutakuwa napata maelezo zaidi, na nikueleze kwamba umekaribishwa katika ibada ya lanchawa kuanzia saa 6 hadi saa 8 leo hii, na pia siku ya Jumapili iwapo utakuwa na nafasi umeweza kukaribishwa katika ibada ya Mamlaka Service International Service hapa jijini Nakuru. Tuko hapa Kenyatta Avenue, kanisa la Chosen, Kenyatta Avenue, Union Building, orofa ya kwanza. That is above Shaz Outfitters. Unaweza kutembelea pale kwa ibada ama pale Barnabas ukielekea Better School. On your way to Luna Hotel. Unatupata pale Barnabas na umeweza kukaribishwa. Kwaheri na kutakia weekend njema. Tutapatana tena siku ya Jumatatu panapo majaliwa.
Owning land is the key to building generational wealth, and Danwood Properties is here to make it happen. Our reputation is built on transparency, integrity, reliability, and a commitment to your future. Following the successful sale of Motaita Gardens Phase 1 to 4, we introduce to you Motaita Gardens Phase 5, around 30 minutes drive from Nakuru CBD. We are offering 50 by 100 plots at just 450,000 Kenya shillings cash offer. Eastgate Estate or Greenstead, just 15 minutes from Nakuru CBD. We are connected by tarmac roads to ensure smooth access to Nakuru CBD and beyond. We are surrounded by top schools, hospitals and shopping centers, making it a prime location for families and investors. It gets even better. Start with just a 20% deposit and clear the balance in 6 months. Own land stress-free with a plan that works for you. And here's the best part. We offer free site visits every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. Invest with the best and secure your future today. Call us on 0757 111 333 or visit our website at www.danwoodpropertieslimited.co.ke or visit our offices at Wilma House, first floor, room number 113 along Kenyatta Avenue next to Family Bank, Nakuru. Danwood Properties, future investment today.
What we can do,